Benji's in the building. Because we are working these. No, wait.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Ransom. Of course, I am your host, your YouTuber, signing off and imitating, never duplicated Suicide Team Descent. Gonna go over Extreme Rules was in my beloved hometown of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And oh, this show did not disappoint. Now, I'll be the first to admit, folks, I got zero problem eating crow and admitting when I'm wrong. And I'll be the first to admit, you go back and you look at the past episode building up to this pay-per-view, and I was disappointed at the fact that it was all gimmicked up. It was, this one had a stipulation, and this one had a stipulation, and this one, and this one, and this one. And I felt like it was over gimmicked. But I was proven wrong, and it was a fucking good show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And yeah, wow. That's the best I could put it. Wow. So with that said, let's get into the show. Extreme Rules. It starts off with Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch going against Imperium. The Brawling Brutes versus Imperium in a quote-unquote good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. And, well, they call it a Donnybrook. It looked more like, pretty much any bar fight I grew up seeing and have been in. Hey, listen, I'm straight edge now and I don't drink, but that doesn't mean I wasn't always, so, you know, I do have a bit of a pass and I don't hide from it. But yeah, it was an all-out fight, man. That's the best way I could describe it, just a straight-up fucking fight. You know, it was bull and shoe ugly in all of the right ways. You know, it was a great match. It set the tone and the atmosphere for the show. Just a straight up fight all around. You know, you didn't see a whole lot of wrestling maneuvers and such. It was just punches and kicks and throwing into shit. That's what it was. And it was just, wow. Like I said, wow. Match came to an end when Ridge and Butch they held Vinci down, and then Sheamus just boom popped him with a bro kick. 1, 2, 3. That was it. Yeah, just straight up, it was a really good match. Next up, we had Ronda Rousey versus Liv Morgan in a Extreme Rules match, and Ronda, she was leading, pretty much beating Liv Morgan up like you thought for a minute there. The way she was constantly just going on her, man, it looked like something out of a BDSM video. Not that I would know of such things, because I'm a good boy and I don't watch such filth. Shut up, Wade! Yeah, moving forward, like I said, Ronda pretty much had Liv on the ass end of an ass whooping throughout this match, and yeah, it was wow. Like, yeah, like I said, it looked almost it was almost like borderline like BDSM kind of torturing, beating up kind of shit looking at points. Like, ooh, damn. Match came to an end when Ronda wound up transitioning and moved from having an armbar into a move Cole wound up calling a bicep crusher. I never heard of that move before. It may have been called something else and it's not clicking in my head. But yeah, at the way it was going, Ronda pretty much had Liv sandwiched between her legs, and as Liv's fighting to try and not tap out, she wound up getting this really sick, twisted smile on her face, which just made me think she's probably thinking, crush me with your thighs, you coward. Because I'm pretty sure that's what anyone would have been thinking if they got put in that position by Ronda or any of the other women in WWE. Again, shut up, Wade. Either way, Liv tapped out, so you're a winner, and new SmackDown Women's Champion Ronda Rousey, and oh, did the angry Liv Morgan fangirls have a fit over that, and well, being the sick, evil, twisted son of a bitch I am, I wouldn't be such a person to laugh and mock at such a thing. Ah, who the hell am I kidding? Yeah, I am. Okay, I'm good now. Next up, Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in a strap match. And Kross refusing to put the strap on at the beginning of the match, then just going and boom, straight up decking Drew, beating him up, putting a mud hole in him before the bell, and then Drew getting a comeback, beating him up, then putting the strap on Kross's wrist, thus officially starting the match. And decent match. It was really good, really well done. You know, you didn't see, you saw the traditional whipping, using the strap as a weapon and all that jazz, you know, but Kross wound up working on Drew's shoulder, like position him through the post, and then boom, pulling him on, boom, pull him again, boom, pull him again. To the point it looked almost like he was, like I was just waiting for Kross to start yelling, "Stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself." You know, it looked almost like that. But yeah, it was a damn good match. These two guys can fucking work well with each other. And then Scarlett out there in that outfit definitely needed heart pills. Yeah. It was a good match. Yeah, I know some people are kind of questioning the ending on it when Drew, he was building up momentum, sizing up Kross for the Claymore. Come on. 3, 2, 1. And then Scarlett comes in and hits him with the spray. And then Kross winds up getting in and hits him with a bullhammer elbow. And Corey Graves wound up seeing it, was getting on commentary saying he picked up the can and said it was police grade pepper spray. And okay, it's creative. It's a creative finish, but it can be debated on if it was a good ending or a bad ending. It's all in your taste, really. Next up, we got Bayley going against Bianca, and again, our Bills. Thank God I took them. Ladder match, and this had some real good solid action, very physical. Both of the women wound up getting real physical in this, doing serious fighting with each other. At one point they literally split a ladder in half, like, you know, split it open, and were using the different ends on it as weapons. Like, wow. One part on it did kind of confuse me, and it did even get brought up on commentary. At one point, Bayley was knocked down, and then you saw her pick at something on her knee, and it was one of the hinges to her knee brace. And I know because I got the same kind of knee brace I use. And Graves wound up bringing up on commentary, well, why'd she just throw it? Why not just use it as a weapon? That was my first thought, like, you know, hold it in your hand, just do like Kevin Sullivan with the golden spike, just wham, jab, and then jab in the forehead or something. It's dull, so you're not gonna have to worry about getting color or anything. But I'm just thinking, why not? Right? But eventually, Io and Dakota came down to go and run interference. They want to go and do an attack. Bianca wound up stopping them, doing a KO, holding both Dakota and Io up on her shoulders and slamming them down with a KOD. And then Bianca wound up doing a KOD onto Bayley, who was on the ladder, and then wound up climbing up, getting the title. So you're a winner, and still Raw Women's Champion, I should say, Bianca Belair. So it looks like we're building up to Survivor Series being Bianca versus Ronda. So, okay. Next up, we got Edge going against Finn Balor in an I Quit match, which You know, I'm not gonna lie. That is one. I don't typically like to live with regrets, but I gotta say that's probably the one match I regret not ever having. It's just because I never got around to it. It was, well, why don't we make it and I quit? No, never came around to it. But either way, Edge was leading at the start. You know, really good fighting going on, and it eventually wound up leading into the stands. And then, as the match progressed, Finn was leading throughout the majority of the match. Eventually, Judgment Day wound up coming down to go and run interference. Rhea Ripley actually handcuffed Edge to the rope, which, go figure, given everything Rhea's doing with Dominic, she keeps a pair of handcuffs on him. And let's see, we had, so, yeah, so it's a good thing this match didn't take place after the Ronda Rousey match, because given all the BDSM beating, and then with the kinky handcuff shit, whew, that would have been one hell of a joke. The jokes would have just written themselves. But yeah, Rhea wound up handcuffing Edge to the ropes for a minute, and then they proceeded to go and take turns beating the shit out of Edge. Then Auntie Beth Phoenix came out, cleared house, swinging chairs, wound up going one-on-one with Rhea for a minute, got the keys, and then uncuffed Edge. And then then Edge started to build a bit of a comeback again. And then next thing you know, bing bang boom, they wind up taking Edge down. Rhea's knocked out, or Rhea knocks out Beth. It was either Beth or Edge, one of them. Yeah, it was Beth with a set of brass knucks, and then sets Beth up for a one-man concerto, and they're holding Edge, saying, "Come on, just say it or we do it, say it or we do it." And Edge's just like, "No, all right, fine, I quit, all right, just let her go." And Rhea's just like, "Okay." Wham! And then slams a one, and then does the concerto on her, and then they all just go. And then you just see Edge like, "Oh, no. But Beth, come on, talk to me. You know, like you'd have thought Spider-Man just, like after Spider-Man webbed Gwen Stacy and was like, "No, come on, talk to me, please just be alright." Like that. So, yeah, my guess we're probably gonna have Rhea versus Beth. We're going to have a tease at the Royal Rumble. And then eventually maybe a match between them two at WrestleMania. So with that said, now we come to main event of the night. Matt Riddle, Seth Rollins in the fight pit with the referee, Daniel Cormier. And, you know, I'll be the first to admit, like, again, I got no problem eating crow and admitting when I was wrong on shit. I got the name wrong last week. Not making defense for myself, but I even did say I'm not exactly all that good with remembering on names, and I'm not much into into the MMA stuff. I try to watch what I can, but I'm not so much. I'm more in and out than I'd like to be. Either way, Rollins came out with Rob Van Dam inspired like gear, coming out looking like that, and man, this was solid striking going on, man. There was solid striking going on back and forth with this. I dug it. It didn't feel... Make sure I say this the right way. It didn't have the mystique and the allure of the previous two fight pits that were in NXT, but it was nice to see the fight pit being integrated into the main roster type way. Not to say that I'm expecting to see a fight pit pay-per-view much like Hell in a Cell or, you know, or anything like that, but maybe once every other year for that, something like that. Yeah, I wouldn't have any problem with that. It was a good match. I dug it. Now, I'll say this. Dan, ref, kind of just, I don't know, maybe because I'm not big in the MMA world and in the MMA stuff, I didn't really feel like he was that much of an attraction for the match. I mean, if any of y'all are heavy into the UFC and MMA stuff, by all means, feel free to say something to me because, you know, I did watch some stuff back in the day, and I did I used to dig the shit out of Bellator back when it was like underground and you could only catch it on like MTV and shit. But it was hard, you know, as it was just one of those things like, hey, I dug it, but then it phased out and But I don't know. Dan just kind of felt like a unnecessary attraction piece. But as far as the match went, it was really good. I dug it. It was a good, solid match. Riddle wound up getting the win, doing a triangle choke to make Seth tap out. Now, the ending felt a little anticlimactic to me. It just, again, make sure I say this the right way. The ending felt a little flat, but it was needed. Because right after that, boom, lights went out. Heard, got the whole world in his hands. And then you just see all the lights, all the fans' lights go on, cell phone lights go on, and then you see in this corner, Huskus the Pig. And in this one, Mercy the Buzzard. And then in this one, you see Abby the Witch, and so on, and then you see the Fiend's mask on the commentating table. And then you see this big door at the entryway. And then you see Bray Wyatt come out with the lantern and a mask that looks like from that one Ethan Hawke horror movie, like that Ethan Hawke horror movie that just came out recently. Takes it off and then he shows he's back. And then blows out the lamp and then poof, done. It just, whoa. Okay. So, now I did say before when Bray left, yes, he's an attraction piece. You go back and you watch his matches. And I'm not talking the NXT stuff. I'm talking specifically main roster. He's more of an attraction piece than anything. It was he's big flashy. You know, he's not the kind of wrestler that you can have on TV and have do a match every week. You could have him do a match have him show up on Raw on Monday night to do matches every now and again. But the big money for him would be doing pay-per-views. He's an attraction. And I mean that in the nicest way. He is. Rumor and speculation was he left because of mental health issues. If that was the case, I'm glad to hear. I'm hoping that he's in a better place mentally now than he was before. You know, and yeah, where he goes from here, I'm curious to see, just like everyone else. So, nothing really big was mentioned on Raw on Fallout Raw. They did say that he's going to show up this coming Friday on SmackDown, so we just got to wait and see until Friday. But with that said, that is it for this week's show, folks. So, like all normal, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the episodes when you can. Look for me on the Twitter at TimVicious. Thank you to my executive producer, Ollie Ray Ben, who did provide the music for this week's show. Make sure y'all check it out on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, all that good shit. Details are down below. Also, thank you to contributor of the show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. They're a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. Also, make sure you check out whatamanure.net for some Vish Shreds apparel to help support the show. Perfect gift for people you love, or if somebody you don't like, want to give them something that says you on how you feel about them. Perfect gift as well. Also, it doesn't hurt to give a gift. Grab a shirt and then give it to Goodwill. Either way, grab a shirt, do what you want with it afterwards. Got no problem with that. Don't forget to follow all these cool ass cats right on the Twitter as well. Kenny Killer, DSB_IV, Diabolica RA, Sergeant Curry Pants, and Dubs in your face. And folks, like I always tell y'all, you love me great, you hate me. Fuck you.